Welcome to IDA's video channel. In this video, I will show you how to deal with the station equations and pipe networks. This workflow can be used for any pipe network, but I will do it on bulk water pipeline. And now, why would I use station equations and what it actually does? In this case, let's say I provided drawings to construction site, but now I need to introduce some changes to horizontal alignment. If I do any changes to horizontal alignment, it will have an impact on the change values further down up to the end of the alignment. And I don't want that. So I only want the change values to be changed up to the end of changes I'm going to introduce. And from there, I want the change to be the same as it was before. And in this case, I can introduce the station equations. Let me show you how to do that. So I want to move this alignment more to the right-hand side of the road, and then I want to come back to this side. And what I will do, I will select alignment, right-click, and then I go to alignment properties. Under the station control, there's an option to add station equations. If I click on this icon, I will get a warning. I click OK, and I specify the location, and I click on this station. So it shows me here the station ahead and station back. In this case, those values are the same, which means that there is no change. But I can change station back, for example, if I want to. But I will leave it as it is. But if I do the adjustment somewhere at the beginning, it will have an impact on a station back, but station ahead will stay constant. Let me click OK. And what I can do as well, I can select this structure, I can go to structure properties, and I can check what is the station value. And you can see this structure is HB8, and the station value can be seen here, 508.961. Let me click OK. And I can start with the adjustment. So what I will do, I will adjust the horizontal alignment first. So let me go to Edit Alignment Geometry. Then I insert BI. I will insert it somewhere here. And then I will do some adjustments more to this side. I will adjust the curve to make it smaller. Then I will try if I can extend nicely this alignment. Let me try now. And here we go. So that looks definitely better. I will do it very roughly. So I will move this curve. I can adjust the radius a bit. I will move the structures and I will overlap them with these points. Let me select this one. Then I will move it here. Then the curve should be snapped to the alignment. And then I need to insert structure here. So I'm going to select pipe network, then I go to edit network. And then as a structure tab, since I don't know whether it is a only horizontal band or combined band, I will use a junction, and later on I can rename it as needed. But then I go to use a structure only. I will insert it. I will break the pipe. Then I will select the structure and I'll move it to PI. So let me do it like that. So now I modified the alignment, and let's check the change value of this structure. So it was 508. Let me go to structure properties, and it is still 508. And let me check if this structure, this new structure, if it has the change value. If it doesn't have, I need to specify the reference alignment. If you insert more structures, you can always go to IDA's reference alignment. Okay, and let me do it again. I go to structure properties. Now the reference alignment is assigned. And you can see the structure station is 508 again. But you can see that this distance is about, I don't know, 6 meters maybe? 4 meters, 5 meters. So it should be 5 meters more, but of course it's not. Because if I go to station equation, alignment properties, you can see that the station back is 5112. While station ahead is 508. That's exactly what the station equation does. It means that the change values further down will be the same as it was before. So there's no change. So I don't need to change those drawings because they stay the same. And let's check the longitudinal section. And I will turn off the map. And let's go to this location where the structure is. And it's here, HB8. If you struggle with the structure to find it in a profile view, you can always go to IDAS, find part. You can select the structure in a plan. You can go to profile view or plan very quickly. Now this is the structure, and let me check it here. If I want to, I can clean it up a bit so I can read the values better. So this is HB8, and I can see the station value is incorrect. It says 512, and it should actually say 508 point something. Now, how is that possible? It is because here we don't display structure values, we display pipe values. Why? Because if you have multiple alignments and at the structure, those alignments can cross each other. If you have a structure sitting on multiple alignments, now which alignment are you going to use as a reference alignment? Which chainage value are you going to use? So you cannot use it. Because of that reason, we are using pipe station values here. So let me go to edit band style, because I want to show you that under the structure tab label, there is nothing. You can see it's empty. But if I go to pipe, there is a start and end label. You see chainage start, chainage end. If I go to pipe station value here, you can see that there is a pipe start station, for example. But there is no option to specify whether I want to display raw station or station equation station. So it just displays pipe start station, which is in this case raw station. Civil 3D uses the terminology raw station for the station that goes all the way through, while station equation station is a station that displays the values as per your station equation. And some of the labels, they do have an option where you can decide what you want to display, but not in this case. Let me cancel and cancel and cancel. Now, how can I solve this? This looks like there's no solution. What I will rather do, I will display the profile labels at structures. Because as you can see, the profile labels, they look correct. For example, if let me measure this distance, and this should be 508 plus, and this distance is okay, so this value is a structure value. Unfortunately, I need to measure this value. So it should be 508 from here up to this distance. So it's about 11 meters, so it's about 520. So this value is correct. I can measure this distance. You will see that this is not 20 meters. As you can see, it's 24 meters, roughly, because the station equation station is used here. So let me go to Profile View Properties, and then I will turn off labels for distance at structure. I will turn the labels off, and then I click OK. Now all the structure station values are gone, and I want to bring them back. So what I will do, I will use those profiles, but they are not updated. You see they're shifted because I did adjustments to my pipe network. Those are two profiles, one for invert, one for cover. So I'm going to IDAS profiles, and there's a profile from pipes. Then I select the pipe network, OK. I select the outside, top, and invert, and I will update existing profiles. Then I click OK. I select profile view. I select the vertical alignment for outside top. It says here in a command line, and vertical alignment for invert, and it is updated. But it still doesn't display the change values for structures. Why? Because I must specify that I want to display values at PVI. So I go to Profile View Properties. Then I go to Profile, Distance at Interval. I will click on three-dot button, and I will specify I want to display values at point of intersection and grade break. The profile that is used for geometry points is a profile 1, and in my case it's a pipe invert. Then I click OK and OK. And this is the result. And you can see this is 508.270, and the HB8 is 508.961. This is perfect. So now everything looks good. Just for interest sake, if I go and let's say I go to Edit Band Style, and for minor station, I go to Compose Label. So every 20 meters, I want to change the label. So under the component name Chainage, I go to Content. And I want to show you that there's an option to display either station value, or there's an option to display raw station. So you can decide what you want to display. I can edit in, just for interest sake, like that. So I will have a 2-station value, but this one will be called raw, just to show you the difference between those two values. So this is a station equation chainage, or station, and this is a raw station. Now let's create table. I'm going to Pipe, Tables, Add Structure Table. As a table style, I will use name YXZ chainage. I want to use entire network. I don't want to split table. I click OK and I specify the location. Let me go to HB8 And here you can see the chainage is incorrect, 512.891. How is that possible? Let me go to Edit Table Style, and then I go to Chainage. I will click inside, and I will click inside again. And you can see there is an expression that is used. What this expression does, if the offset is equal to 0, what it means that structure distance from alignment is 0, which means it sits exactly on alignment, then it displays the station. Otherwise, it displays very high values such as 99999. This is for purpose because if your structure is not properly positioned on the alignment, you want to be informed about that. And that table will clearly show, oh, this structure was not moved correctly. Let me fix it. And once you fix it, the problem will be solved. So this is an additional check we added into our tables. But in this case, as soon as you use expressions, it uses the raw station, which is weird, but that's what it does. So if I want station equation station, then I need to use a normal station. So let me go there, structure station. I cannot use expressions, seems like. Then I add it into table, I click OK, OK, OK. And the value for HB8 is 508.961. So now everything is correct. So this is the way to introduce the station equations into your alignment. There might be a situation where you don't display values every 20 meters. So how can you do that? You can still import this profile view band. If I go to profile view properties, then you can still import profile data, distance at interval, you can use your profile from pipes and all that. So that's still doable. And if you want, you can specify that you don't want to display the values at minor station or major station. You can simply go to Edit Band Style. And under the display, you can, for example, turn off the ticks at horizontal geometry points, for example, major stations, minor stations label. So you can tick that off if you don't want to display those values. So there's also a solution. So I hope this helps to fix the issues with the station equations.